A few days ago, Epic added K-pop Demon Hunters to Fortnite Creative in UEFN, and in this tutorial, I'm going to show you how to use all the new stuff they've added, how to actually make the islands, get all the cool new weapons they've added, how to set up all the custom UI. There's quite a lot, so let's just get to it. Also, sorry that this video is a little bit late. I was a bit busy over the weekend, but it's here now, so who cares? And okay, the first thing you need to know is that when making K-pop Demon Hunters islands, you have to make sure that you obviously be in the creator program, and also that you're complying with the creator brand rules as well. And also Netflix will take 15% of your island's revenue because you're using their IP. And also, just to make sure, go into the creator portal online and then go into your creator profile. Go into programs and you'll find IP partner licensing agreement. You just want to accept that to be able to use any IP partner license. So you can use K-pop Demon Hunters. Actually, make an island that's K-pop Demon Hunters. You want to go into island templates right here, and you want to just pick any island, so a blank island will do. If you're in 1.0, just go into the islands inside 1.0. It's pretty straightforward. And then down here, it's very important in brand selection. You want to swap this to K-pop Demon Hunter. You'll see this little logo, which is a little star, and you'll know that it is a K-pop Demon Hunter island. Again, there are brand rules, and there's quite a few of them. You can't use anything that is from the movie that isn't provided, so you can't use any of the other characters in the movie. You can't create or import environment assets or props intended to replicate content from the movie. You can't also use the music from K-pop Demon Hunters in your island. So the rights to these tracks are not included in this program. Of course, the usual: do not sell, license, or redistribute the assets. No modifications. Don't advertise future campaign. And again, Netflix owns and retains all rights and title to all K-pop Demon Hunters characters and assets. So just the usual shebang for like any IP island. Just remember to keep in mind all these 7 rules. Oh yeah, and it's also worth to mention that there is no publishing hold this time, so you can release K-pop Demon Hunter islands immediately. Okay, so just keep that in mind. You don't have to wait. Anyways, once you get this selected, I'm just gonna call this K-pop Demon Hunters. And then we'll go into the game and we'll check it out. To actually get to the things that Epic have added, in devices like the character device, guard spawner, and NPC spawner, they've added all the different appearances for the 3 characters. So you got Rumi, you got Mira, and you also got Zoe. So you get the 3 K-pop Demon Hunters. It's pretty fun. And if you wanted to, you could actually go into here and you could animate them. So if you wanted to, you could right click here, go up to cinematics and make a level sequence. And then in a level sequence, then what you can do is you can animate them through either a control rig or something else. So if I grab her, I can do add actors to track, character device. I can then press plus sign, go down to control rig, and then I can do an FX control rig. Or if you uncheck this and you imported the Fortnite rigs, I have a whole tutorial about animating. Okay, so if you want to understand how to do that with like animating with the rigs and importing animations and targeting and face animations, stuff like that, you can go watch those videos. This is not going to cover that, but just a proof of the concept. You can make a control rig, and then I don't know what's going on with her hair, but you can basically move her arm, which is pretty fun. So you can do like just stuff like this, which is pretty fun. And you can animate and make her do stuff and have cutscenes or whatever you want in your map. And these hair physics, oh my goodness, why is it like so low gravity? And again, if you got something like a guard spawner or an NPC spawner, you can do character cosmetic. You turn that on, and then you go into here and you find Rumi. We'll put her in there, and then we'll do item list, and we can get Rumi again, and we'll get her sword, which is an item we can use. So she'll have the sword. Also, was that always there with displaying the weapon? That's kind of fun. I don't know if that was always there or not, but it's kind of a cool little feature. So again, you can do it with all 3 characters, which is pretty fun. Now, okay, you can do this, or you can actually also use the dedicated K-pop Demon Hunters character spawner device. You can select between all the different characters, so you do that and that, and you can change all the settings in here. If you ever want to like have them fighting with you or against you, you can change the team index and stuff like that. Pretty fun. Actually, I do think the difference is that they have their pickaxes or something. I think that's the difference. So they'll use different pickaxes instead of a normal one. But yeah, you can spawn them like that. Speaking of spawning stuff in, you can also spawn monsters in if you want. So if you go into here, you want to find the demon. Inside the K-pop Demon Hunters folder, you can find the demon spawner. And what this can do is spawn demons. Ooh. There's also the demon placer as well. And now these function exactly the same as the creature spawner and creature placer from, just regular Fortnite Creative. Except that all the zombies are now reskinned to these demon guys. It's pretty fun. So you got the regular demon, you got the shield demon, which is like this, and you got the small demon, you got the poison demon, you got the ranged demon, you got the ranged ice demon, you got the ogre, which looks pretty funny, you got the exploding ogre, the Poison Ogre, and a Mega Ogre, and then you also have the Mega Ogre last. So you can change it around. Now the Creature Placer is more for spawning in individual zombies or whatever, and you can use that to, you know, spawn in things, spawn on the times and everything like that. And the Creature Spawner is more for, or the Demon Spawner I should be saying, is more for spawning in a lot of zombies or a lot of demons. So if I want to spawn in a lot of shield demons, I can do a number of creatures. I can change it to 20 activation rate, spawn through walls, spawn like this, and then I just spawn them all in. Again, I do believe that these are all just the same options that are from the regular old creature spawner. So it's literally just a reskin. Now I'm just going to disable these guys so I don't have to worry about them. Enable phase, never, and then I'll do enable games. So these are just going to be disabled so I can actually just show the stuff without being attacked. There's also a bunch of items. So we got the Roomies and Paris sword, which is this right here, nice. You get the Mira's extra spicy ramen, which is a hot consumable item. You got Zoe's bubble shield. Well, I think it will plays the, I don't know if it actually plays the music or not, but it should be playing golden, I guess. And then you also have the Tiger's teleporting mask. So if you want to actually get them, you can either use an item grantor or an item spawner. I'm gonna use an item spawner. Find the item spawner in here, which is right here. Bring it out, and then inside the item spawner, we can do is just set this to 0 to 0. We got Zoe bubble shield. We got Mira ramen, and then we got the Tiger's teleporting mask. So there we go. Here's all the items. So here I'm in game. We got the Roomies and Paris sword, which is just you know, the sword from the movie. Do some cool little moves. Get a little power up move. Pretty fun. You also get the bubble shield, which is just a bubble shield. Now, I'm pretty sure this plays the music, but I'm going to just be safe and I'm going to turn off the music so I don't actually get you know, a copyright strike or whatever. They should be playing the song Golden, which is pretty fun. Also got the extra spicy ramen, which you like this, which is pretty funny. And then finally, you got the cat mask, which basically allows you to, if you throw a ball, I forget, L2. It's L2, and then you go to the spots, which would be fun. Also, look at these characters. They have dialogues over them. Let me talk to her. Higher. Do you need help? Yes. Oh, look. Now we're best buddies. Like, she has her weapon, which is her pickaxe. And then I can get her. Oh, look, there we go. We got the whole gang. Okay, I disabled these, so I'll try to enable them and we'll see what it looks like. So I think I spawned in the shield ones because they have a lot of shields, but basically you just gotta kill them all. All those demons were shield demons, but if I go into here and I just change that to do all random or rush random or heavy random, there's two different versions. I'll just do all random. I should be able to see all the different variants. So now, as we actually fight them, as you can see all the different kinds of demons. So yeah, pretty cool. Oh, there's also the Demon Manager. I actually forgot the Demon Manager. That's another thing you can use. And this allows you to change the health and of the different specific demons. So if you want to make like the normal one have more HP, and then like for example so I think here and like the big ones have like different kinds of HP. You can change that using the Demon Managers, which is pretty useful. And again, also you can enable and disable different Demon Managers if you want like kinds of if you want like the health to go up and up and up as the match progression. So if you want like your demons to be weak at the start and then really chunky at the end, you can enable and disable creature spawners as the thing goes on, which is pretty fun if you want to do that. Also, we also have props and a prop gallery, which is the K-pop Demon Hunters prop gallery. I think all this is just a few posters of all the different characters. Cool. You get the statues, and you have the airplane that has been crashed, which is pretty cool. I wish you could get like, you know, the full airplane, not just the back end. Yeah, it is what it is. Now I don't know if there's any other galleries. Yeah, it's just this, which, you know, is, I wish there was a bit more, but it is what it is. There's also a bunch of smaller, cooler stuff they've added. So first thing I want to show you is the background assets they've added. And they've added this whole Gwi-Ma Vista, which is pretty cool. If you drag this into your map, it's like a ginormous thing. It looks like this. Basically, this is where the big fire guy was. I think I remember from the movie. But anyways, it has this really cool effect where there's a bunch of souls flying towards it. And it's more designed to be off in the distance. So you probably want to place it off like somewhere in the background. So yeah, pretty cool. Now, funnily enough, there's also renders of each thing. So you can have all these different things in here, the renders. You get the Zoe render, so you can put this on somewhere if you want to use this render. They have a bunch of them, so yeah, it's pretty cool. Also, Epic have provided this Honmoon material that we can actually put on things. So if I just get a cube and I put it onto the cube, you can now see that we have a cool looking Honmoon material. Put this onto anything and have it work as a shader. Also, I do believe if you right click this and you go into here and you can create a material instance, you'll just put that in your normal content folder, and I can call this our Honmoon. If you go into here now, will have this material instance inside of here. And if you click inside of it, you can actually go into it and change the colors of it. So inside of here now, what we can do is we'll just look for the appearance here, and we can turn on blue color if you want. So now there's going to be a blue color. Gotta wait for the shaders. There we go. So you can change it to a blue color. You can change the opacity of it, make it so less opaque. Pattern tiling, you can change the tiling of the pattern, make it more bigger or smaller. Spherical UVs if you want to do that. There's also a fade actually. You can do, I think it's actually at the top. Yeah, look, see? If I go near it, I can change the fade position to different parts of the thing, which is fun. Fall which is like exact like that, which is pretty cool. And again, you can put this onto anything you want. So you can put this onto this cube. This Honmoon I just made, I can use it with this cube and have like whole, like, it's pretty fun. Now, speaking of the Honmoon, there's also another feature they've added, which is that if you get the advanced storm controller, you can have a storm that looks like the Honmoon. Oh, sorry, this is the beacon. I want the controller. Hold on. Yeah, this one right here, the advanced storm controller. And then inside of here, there should be an option for changing the storm visuals to the Honmoon Storm. So now the storm will look like the Honmoon. Now the storm will be here, I think. So I'll just put that on my map. This is just gonna stay there forever. So you'll be able to look at it in game. And now actually in game, you can see that the storm looks like the Honmoon, which is pretty cool. And you can change it and you can have it like that, which is pretty cool. And the next thing they've added is that we have custom UI we can actually use that's pre-made by Epic. We can actually have, so we've got the widgets here, and you can see there's a bunch of different things like bar slot, player info stack, player info block, equipped info block, and teammate info block. There's a bunch of just stuff right here. Basically, to use all this, what you want to do is just want to go into Conjure, Fortnite, and you want to find the HUD controller. Now, this is, I believe all we have to do is just go down inside of here until we find all of these different quick bar slot, equipped item, and player info. And once you see all of these in here, for player info widget, you want to do the player info stack because that's the combination of the teammate info and the player info. Then for quick bar or equipped item, you want to do equipped item info block. And then for finally for a quick bar slot, you want to do quick bar, and that should work. Now I'm gonna go in game and see if it works. And then in game, as you can see, we have all this new custom UI. Now I don't know why John's head is like a little bit to the right for some reason, but it looks pretty interesting. As you can see, there's a cool little custom quick bar UI that Epic have added. You also have a health bar. The UI is pretty dynamic to everything. There's a ton of animations for everything, like when you die or when you have a certain item in your inventory. So yeah, I'd say this is pretty cool. So that's how you make the custom UI. I should also mention that all the assets used for inside of these, HUDs are all available inside the content drawer as well. So if you want to make your own custom HUDs using all these assets, you can as well. And okay, very last thing in this video is that there's actually new VFX Auras you can put on. If I go into Fortnite, I search up the VFX spawner, the VFX power up. I believe if you place these down, not in the device, you're gonna get a validation error, but these auras basically, you can use them inside of this device. So if you do the visual effect and we do a custom effect, we're gonna do custom effect and we'll make it so it's the, where is it? There's the gold aura and the demon aura. So there's gold aura here, I'll put that in that. And on this one, I'll put in the demon aura. And then I believe the socket should be fine. I think base would be, I'll do time to respawn that, effect duration, infinite. And these will just, play whenever. Just so I know which one it is. It's gonna change the color over in the game. And then we're gonna go in game and we're just gonna look at these because they look pretty cool. And now in game, if I walk over to these power-up devices, if I lock onto them, as you can see now, I have aura, as the youngins these days say. Yeah, pretty cool. So this is like a golden effect aura, and then you also have the demon aura, which is a little bit more scary looking. You have demon aura. Now this is me from the future after the 37.50 update, that's Fortnite Mars update. You can actually get the static mesh versions, which are these and these, and you can drag them out. And you can place these around your world and have the auras wherever you want. Just do whatever you want with them. That's basically it for the video. There's not really much else to this collaboration. These are all the new features added. From here, all you have to do is just publish your island. I do believe the ratings are exactly the same as regular Fortnite islands, so it's a 12 max rating in most places. I'll just have it on the screen. But yeah, pretty cool stuff. Hope you enjoyed the video. Hopefully some people make some cool stuff with all this. Not just K-pop versus blues, but you know what I mean. So yeah, hope you enjoyed the video. Remember to like, subscribe, use my code at the Fortnite shop. Thank you to all the members of the channel, and remember to watch all these videos for my tutorials. That's about it. I'll see you all around.